Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. Welcome back everybody to another Fortnite video. Today, I've got a big one for you. We've got a connection to an inside source, an Epic employee, and I think we've got some good info for you. We're going to go through it together, and it all starts, just a reminder, it all starts with the guy that created this map. All right. Now, I know we've talked about this already, and the one thing, if you haven't been watching my videos, this map right here that you're seeing in front of you is based on the shape of an initial rough draft of the Chapter 3 map from months ago. All right, that's the info we already had, plus apparently it's going to be bigger than the Chapter 2 map. All right, those are the two pieces of info we had, but there was a lot more. He started giving me info in the DMs, and I wanted to make sure I was clarifying it and getting as much evidence as I could. I am 90% sure this guy is telling me the truth. All right, and the claims aren't these crazy claims like you're gonna see. I believe it. All right, I wouldn't be making the video if I didn't. But yeah, not 100% confirmed. Let's just jump into it and get started. First, I got pictures of some of our DMs, and then we'll refer back to the map and the patch notes attached to the map. So he messaged me this. Bit of a heads up, Epic is indeed messing around with a ton of new game mechanics for Chapter 3. They're kind of goofing around with them, testing them out. Although he listed the patch notes as concept in the map, right, the map I just showed you, some of these ideas are actual ideas proposed by Epic's production team. I'll let your imagination run wild. I don't know what will make it into the game, but some of those ideas, such as climbing, surfing, and underwater swimming, have all been on a drawing board for a while, apparently. Again, he's not the source. He's got a buddy that's telling him this info. So that's the first bit. Let's go back to the map and go through a couple of these patch notes that he's talking about, because I didn't review these in the video, and I'm sure a lot of you guys haven't read through each word here, because there's a lot. Worried about all that water? No Sweat has got you covered with our top of the line company supplied jet skis. Can't find one? Hitch a ride in a docked rowboat or sailboat. Stranded in the ocean? Search one of the many loot buoys in the ocean to find the new flopper flippers, giving you twice the swim speed, twice the dolphin dive jump height and distance, and the ability to swim underwater for up to 30 seconds. We are not responsible for ocean elims if you run out of air. Keep an eye out for the various whirlpools in the ocean as well. They have a tendency to send players flying. This is really well written as well, right? I like that. Surf the snowy mountainsides with the new abominable mobile. I'm not good at saying that word, abominable. I've edited it like 3 times. So there's the first mention of the surfing mechanic, being able to, I guess, surf, or to me it'd be snowboard, right? Snowboard on the mountains. Fork Knights of old have been inhabiting this island for centuries, and they aren't done putting up a fight. Hack and slash with the new sword and shield melee combo. Be careful though, that shield can break. Speaking of the shield, you can double jump while holding up the shield to initiate a shield surf. And so there's another mention of the surfing mechanic. Again, he's heard these ideas, these things that are actually being tested by Epic, and he's letting his imagination run wild, and I bet he's going to be right on a couple of these things. The final note we'll look at is this. In the depths of the jungle, you can find pesky IO camps. Those trees aren't tiny, so the IO keeps a stash of mole mittens that enables climbing of steep surfaces. Keep an eye on that orange energy meter. If you run out while climbing, you may end up back in the lobby. So there we go, another one. So climbing, underwater swimming, and some type of surfing, snowboarding mechanic are all on the drawing board for Chapter 3, according to the source here. He mentioned Hypex and China, knowing a lot of this info, right? They each have sources, and they release things slowly a lot of the time. And he points back to a tweet from Hypex from a while ago, and I forgot about this one. We talked about it. Unreleased locations for a map codenamed Demeter. It's in very early development. It's probably for survival or Chapter 3. And you can see some of the different locations there. Canoe shop, hiking visitor center, prison, mansion. So we really thought more towards the survival side at the time of this coming out. But now as we get closer to Chapter 3, no survival released yet. Yeah, there's a chance here, but the code name is Demeter, so hold on to that thought. The messages continue. Any rumors you might have heard that Season 8 was the last season of Chapter 2 was heavily considered by Epic a few months ago, but as of now, he has no clue. But Epic does have content ready for Season 9 and Season 10. That's kind of obvious. So personally, I believe there will be a couple more seasons. Yes, I think so he's just saying they did debate ending it early. But I don't think that's the case unless they surprise us, right? They could just be, they've put things in the files that make it really seem Season 9 and 10 are coming. If they did that, I would laugh and just be so proud of what a sham that would be. What a play that would be. A nice surprise if we just went into the new chapter next season. I don't think that's the case, and neither does he. Here are some assets he mentioned from Chapter 3. That's what he says. He says they are going back to more of the OG art style next chapter. Some trees, some rocks. It gives you an idea, but for me, it's hard to see it. Hard to picture it without it actually being on the map, right? Kind of combined with everything, the terrain. So there was all that. One of his final messages was this. He got contacted by a higher up Epic employee to clear some things out. The map I showed you is pretty outdated in terms of shape, but it's still a cool concept to get people hyped. All right, so they've updated the shape apparently since. That was kind of assumed, but he said the Chapter 3 map is indeed different than the map I have. Okay, at least to an extent. There's still a desert, a swamp, and a snow biome. Expect all three of those things, but the big thing that blew him away was how I knew that the map was named Artemis. He said that is spot on, and he doesn't know how this guy knows, but this is what makes the employee know that his source is legit. And he did send me some screenshots of the convo between the employee and him, and it does sound real to me. But yeah, so Artemis, and he's saying that Artemis is going to be the code name similar to Apollo and Athena. That's what I said it in reverse order, but Chapter 2 and the Chapter 1 map were code named in the files. So he's saying that as well. Now that's why I got you to remember HypeX said the code named maps, again, this was months ago, for all those POIs that we just talked about, is Demeter. So maybe that is the survival map, and this Artemis Chapter 3 map is going to be the real code name. I don't know, but this is the one he is 100% convinced on. It's a confirmed thing. He also says that the Foundation is going to be a Battle Pass skin within the next 6 months. That's one that I think we could all assume though either way, right? I'm not trying to pick this guy apart also, because I know I've been watching the video and I appreciate all the info he's given me. But I'm just trying to be real and just highlight the points that are actually big. And apparently he is not revealing his buddy's full name, because I asked him, like, have you told him who your source is? Like, you're gonna get your buddy in trouble potentially, right? But apparently they're not too worried, and he's not giving game-breaking things. I think he's a lower-level employee that doesn't know a lot. So yeah, he hasn't given the full name away. So good, a loyal buddy. I was glad to hear that. That's all the info I got from that. All right, let me know your thoughts on any of it. And again, I believe him. We'll see if I got punked. If I get punked, we all agree you get to dislike my video when we find out it's all fake. If that's the case, that's what we do. All right, if I commit this hard, you guys get to reward me with dislikes if I'm incorrect. Now, final thing I got for you today, the Foundation comic, full spoilers, full everything we learned from this comic. I wanted to give a few days for those who wanted to read it. It's really good. It's really written well, people have said. But now I want to talk about all the Fortnite storyline stuff. So I'm not going to put it on your screen because it's a lot of different things, but I'm going to read it out. So sit back and enjoy. Foundation's armor is really overpowered. It's AI. We've talked about that. The Foundation references some nothing beyond realities. We get insight into Foundation's view of people from other realities. He compares them to mice, mainly due to their limited knowledge of the truth or the multiverse. Sorry, did I say multiverse? I meant omniverse, a new term for all of the realities and multiverse introduced in the comics. The Foundation also revealed the goals of the Seven. They want to destroy the imagined order, the loop, and free the 0 Point from their control and likely prevent others from using it. Okay, that's helpful. He also reveals IO's master plan, or pieces of it. In BF 0 Point, we learn the IO is using the 0 Point to bring order to everything, and Foundation reveals they are using it to gain more knowledge and power to travel to realities and tamper with the proper course of the development for ages. Most, if not all, realities and multiverses came from the 0 Point, which makes sense. It's the source of the first reality. Foundation also tells us about portals. There are two main kinds: pure portals, which are portals that directly use the 0 Point. Example, jumping into the 0 Point like the IO does in the bridge using a portal device, and what Foundation calls sideways portals, connections to the sideways unknown. Sideways portals are what we know as the giant rifts in the sky. They go between two realities and connect them. The IO has only recently learned how to make these, and they can be closed by sealing them on both sides or just naturally closing. The Foundation carries a handheld device on him that closes sideways portals. Foundation name drops the 17 Seas. Could be something from his home world. Lex Luthor has a new suit of armor that is meant to protect him from the loop's effects. Foundation reveals that encasing yourself in a sealed environment will protect you from the loop's negative effects, which explains how he was unaffected in Zero Crisis, right? Gino and the sisters seem to be high-ranking or the leaders of the IO. We discussed that already. Foundation is now looking for Jones in the extra loop. The Batman who laughs is still in the loop, but it's after the 0 point. He's after the 0 point. His visor protects him from memory and speech loss and possibly can stop snapshots from being made of him. The comic then ends on a cliffhanger, likely for another one-shot, focusing on Foundation looking for Jones and fighting the Batman who laughs. There it is. Lots of info. Let me know in the comment section below. I hope you enjoyed the video. Talk soon. Take care. Goodbye.